Yo, what's going on, y'all? So, I got a message coming from Psalms chapter 38. And I'm not gonna lie, this message kind of made me a little emotional and a little angry, a little upset. On the behalf of the husbands, the God ordained husbands, and I prayed after I received this message for the God ordained husbands. And let me just get into the message. So this is coming from Psalms 38. This is a man from God's own bloodline, a man that was not only called but chosen. He is making a serious, urgent request to God for compassion and forgiveness. This man does not want God to disapprove of him or to find fault in him. They don't want to be corrected by punishment or suffering because of their behavior. They do not want to feel God's discipline. They know that what they have done, their behavior was not right. It was out of line according to the will of God. So they know whatever it is that they've been doing, whatever behavior they've been participating in, they know that it is out of the will of the Lord. And they know that they were out of line. And they don't want to suffer and receive corrected punishment from the Lord. They are hurting and they can feel the hand of the Lord on their life. They don't feel good about themselves. They don't feel strong and they don't have any rest. They can't sleep. They're not getting any sleep. This person does not understand why they did the things they did. And now it's even too much for them to bear. They know they are foul and showed a willingness to act dishonestly in return for money or personal gain. Whatever they did it because they wanted to. They knew it was not in God's will, and they did it anyway. So this man don't even know why he did the things he did. He don't know why he behaving the way he's behaving. And now that he's looking at himself, it's too much for him to even bear. He know he stinks. He know it's foul. He know that everything he did it willingly and dishonestly in return for money or personal gain. Even though he knew it wasn't in God's will, he did it anyway. Now they are upset and distressed about what it is they have done, praying to God to have mercy on them. They feel as if they hate themselves, they are disgusted with themselves, and they feel weak as a man. They feel as if they are lacking character. They don't like who they are when they feel no one is watching or when they feel no one will know about it. They are angry, annoyed, irritated, and offended with themselves. They feel like they have no heart, like they cannot provide or have security or peace of mind. So they feel like they can't provide security or provide a peace of mind to anyone, or they feel like they don't even have security or peace of mind. They want what the Lord has for them, but their heart is crying. They feel so weak. They have lost their spiritual gift of sight to see. Or they feel like they have lost their spiritual gift of God, of sight to see. People are turning against them. Their lovers, their friends, their family, they all have left them, and these same people are attacking them, talking about them, and discussing what is going to happen to them and what is happening to them. He heard and saw all these things, but he acted like he didn't. and neither did he speak up against what it is they were saying and what it was that they were doing to him. He just sat there and he let them do what they wanted to do to him and say what they were going to say about him. He despised his father's, God's instructions and what God told him to do. He was told to leave and to speak the word of God against those people, and he did not. Instead, he acted deaf, dumb, and mute to what was going on around him. So now he is praying that God's will, now he is praying that God will listen to him, because these people are in a great joy for what they are doing to him. And whenever he falls or stumbles, they make themselves seem like they are better than him, greater than him, or more important than he is. So these people are making him feel like he is nothing but crumb up under their foot, up under their shoe. And they're having great joy in doing so. This man is ready to stop. He is sorry and is ready to acknowledge and state and make known his wrongdoings, his sin. He is so sorry. But his enemies are filled with life and energy, and they are active and ongoing. They won't stop, and they are strong. They are multiplying, and because he wants to follow God, they are repaying him with evil. So now that this man wants to stop all that he was doing that was bad, everything that he was doing that was coming against God, now that he wants to stop and follow God now, after the fact that God has told, like God already told him when to stop, when to leave these people, but he chose not to. So because he chose to stay, it only made it worse for himself. He only made it worse for himself and harder for himself to leave, because he decided to do what he wanted to do anyway, which was to stay in the midst of these people, places, and things. And now because he wants to follow God, they want to repay him with evil. And they are full of life and energy, active and ongoing. They will not stop, and they are very strong. And they are multiplying. He is asking that the Lord does not abandon him and don't leave him, and to make haste to help him. To please hurry up, because you are the only one who can save me. The Lord gave me the word implant. This is someone the Lord sent you to help. He inserted you into this person's life because they themselves had been implanted with fixed ideas, feelings, or opinions by someone else that were strange to the Lord. So the Lord sent you to help this man of God, because whoever he was with implanted fixed ideas in his head, fixed feelings in his head, and their opinions into this man. And all the things that were implanted into this man were strange to the Lord. The Lord did not know any of these things, or were not of any of these things that were implanted into this man. So this man inserted you into his life in order to help him. But this man acted deaf, dumb, and mute when it came to you and the Lord, and decided to stay in the midst of these people, places, and things, instead of leaving and speaking the word of God like he was told to do. And now these lovers, friends, and family are all attacking him and discussing him, talking about him and what's going to happen to him and what they want to see happen to him. All because he despised his father's instructions. He just did not want to listen. He just did not want to do what the Lord told him to do. He just did not want to do it. He hated to do what the Lord told him to do. And now this man is begging the Lord begging the Lord not to disapprove of him, not to find fault in him, not to punish him because he is already suffering because of his behavior. He is hurting, and he feels weak as a man. And he doesn't feel good about himself, and he's not getting any rest, no sleep. And he don't know why he did the things that he did. Why he didn't listen to the Lord. Why didn't he listen? And now it's too much for him to bear. He know he foul, he know he stinks. And he knows it's all his fault because he acted dishonestly in return for money or personal gain. He did what he wanted to do in order to make himself feel good. And even though it wasn't in the will of God. And now he is upset and distressed and disgusted with himself. He feel like he hates himself. He feel like he has no character. He hates his character. He hates who he is when no one is watching. He hates who he is when he feels like no one can see him. He is very angry and annoyed and irritated with himself. He has offended his own self. He feels like he cannot provide security or peace of mind to anybody. He feels like he has no heart. And he is crying out to the Lord to just please come and help him and come and save him. And don't abandon him and don't leave him at this time. And please hurry up, please hurry up, please hurry up to come save him. Because he knows that the Lord is the only one that can get him out of this. 12:12. He knows that the Lord is the only one that can get him out of this. And in Psalms 38, David appeals to God for mercy. That's the message. Peace.